This is your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Monday, September 17. So glad you can join us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Home Affairs Minister Edmund Hinkson says the backlog of applications at the Immigration Department is worrying. And today he put the department on notice that it will be fully modernized to enhance its operations. Hinkson was speaking during a walkthrough of the department's new headquarters at the Princess Alice Highway, which replaces the condemned headquarters at Wharf Road. He lamented that some citizenship and immigrant status applications were taking as long as 5 years to be processed, and he's hoping that with more comfortable surroundings, productivity will increase.
You can't expect workers to produce at their maximum, as we as a government obviously expect workers to do, without putting them in the working environment and facilities which allows them to do that. But the Immigration Department now has to do its task. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as the government of Barbados is concerned, now there will be no excuses for not facilitating the ease of the citizens of Barbados and people who reside in Barbados being able to get their applications, which they have before the Immigration Department, processed in a more timely manner.
Meanwhile, people applying for the Barbados passports for the first time or those seeking to renew them will now be issued with an e-passport. It's all part of a plan by the Immigration Department to phase out machine-readable passports for the e-passport. The move follows a recommendation by the International Civil Aviation Authority, which said it was the new standard to be adopted for travel document issuance. Chief Immigration Officer Wayne Marshall explained that the e-passport was biometrically enabled with a chip and an antenna in the cover that increases the security features.
We implemented e-passport as part of ICAO standards, where they had instituted that all countries should issue e-passports. As the minister mentioned, we are not, well, we're not the first, because some countries have done it before, but we are now on par with other international countries who issue e-passports. So it's a case of meeting international standards of issuing passports.
It's the first day of school for students at the Eagle Hall Primary School. The school opened 1 week late as structural repairs were continuing at the facility. Principal Ori Jones told Barbados Today while there's still some work to be done, he's pleased with the repairs. Some parents also welcomed the reopening of the school.
Well, I'm so happy because I think that the children need to be at school, and as the president of the PTA, I'm sorry for the lateness, but you know, to have the children back at school is a pleasure.
I'm happy to see that school reopened. It's about time because the children need their education and stuff. So I'm happy to see the children going back to school.
I feel great to know that all the children are back at school, because the same way my children want to learn, other people's children want to learn, everybody deserves that opportunity to learn and go forward.
Long-standing educator and founder of the Maryvale Preparatory School, Avison Carrington, celebrated her 100th birthday surrounded by family and friends, as well as the Governor-General of Barbados, Dame Sandra Mason, and the Member of Parliament for St. Michael's South Central, Marsha Caddo. Carrington, who taught from the age of 16 up to 90, has a passion for teaching and children. She shared some of her fond memories with reporters today. Carrington said one of her well-known students is Prime Minister Mia Mottley, and from the very start, she expected big things from Mottley.
That was something I expected. Not only had I prayed for it, but all along I knew she was going to be a politician to be counted with. So I was just so thrilled and happy when the people of Barbados said, "This is whom we want to be."
There's regional and international news after this short break. BIT's Central Bank Meets Blockchain Conference is the only conference in the world that brings together regulators, governments, and private entities to discuss how they might work together using blockchain to make a positive impact on the lives of the people in the Caribbean.
We are so proud to host this forum, which allows for constructive dialogue and engagement because it recognizes the transformative potential of distributed ledger technology and the work that BIT is doing in the region.
Blockchain technology has the power to address the demand for easier and real-time KYC solutions while improving overall KYC standards. With the advent of digital currency, these AML solutions can strengthen compliance like never before.
We have an excellent lineup of speakers, including our keynote speaker, the Honorable Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honorable Alden McLaughlin, Premier of the Cayman Islands, Dr. Jack Meaning, economist from the Bank of England, Therese Turner-Jones, the General Manager for the Caribbean Division of the IDB, and many more noteworthy speakers who you don't want to miss.
The Inter-American Development Bank supports this event and is our platinum sponsor. We're so grateful to them for their support and acknowledgement of our work.
We hope you can join us on September the 18th, 2018 at the Hilton Barbados Resort to hear what leaders in the region and in the blockchain space have to say about the role of blockchain technology in promoting social inclusion, financial empowerment, and economic growth for this and future generations. See you there.
To regional news, the Jamaican government is to introduce a ban on the importation, manufacture, distribution, and the use of plastic bags below certain sizes starting in January. At the same time, a ban will be imposed on the importation and production of plastic straws, while straws attached to the Tetra Pak will be banned in 2021. Styrofoam used for food and beverage containers will also be banned. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Darrell Vaz, made the announcement at a press briefing at Jamaica House this morning. He urged consumers to use locally made reusable carrier bags and announced that government would provide help to companies to retool their equipment and facilities. And on the international scene, more flooding looms in the Carolinas, hard hit by Florence, which has killed 23 people, even as rain-weary residents got a brief glimpse of sunshine today. More in this report from Reuters Television.
After days of relentless rain, Florence's fury is still not over, now blamed for 23 deaths.
For many parts of North Carolina, the danger is still immediate. Catastrophic flooding and tornadoes are still claiming lives and property.
In Leland, North Carolina, a low-lying city north of Wilmington, homes and businesses were engulfed by water that rose up to 10 feet over Highway 17 in what local people called unprecedented flooding. Reuters correspondent Ernie Scheider is there.
You can see just over my shoulder here a Jeep and a flooded out portion of a highway. So there's still major flooding concerns throughout the region. But Monday, the sun came out, bringing a little bit of hope and relief to the millions of people throughout the region affected by the storm. Meteorologists expect another day or two of intermittent rain as Florence's outer bands swing back through the region. That's bad news for the waterlogged area, which has been saturated by days and days of rain from Hurricane Florence.
The city of Wilmington found itself cut off from the rest of the state due to washed out roads and flooding. But it's gotten some relief, with the governor saying 23 truckloads of food and water made their way into Wilmington Monday morning. So far, more than 2,600 people and 300 animals have been rescued just in North Carolina.
I know it might be a little scary, but we got you. We're going to take care of you, okay?
And operations are ongoing. Going back to their home at a trailer park in Jacksonville, Michaela and Lisa Lloyd were shocked. Their entire community submerged.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and Bus Terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.